everybody. We're back. I'm Ellen Cherry, and it's my extreme honor and privilege to be sitting here with David Ross, Femi the Dry Fish. Together, they create the Fifth L, a force to be reckoned with, independently, but also together. And I'm so excited because I think this is one of the few performances you guys have done together in the last year.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I haven't seen him since '86.
You're both looking so good, right? I haven't seen them in a year, which is making me feel like the rush of time. When we realized that this morning, I'm having a real problem with the fact that it's been a year since you were here. They were one of the first guests I had last year, and I watched some of the footage. And one of the first guests in season 1, and I watched the footage last week, and I had this huge, like, nasty-looking scar, and like I was sitting like this the whole time, and I was like, this time I'm gonna sit up straight. So I'm sitting up straight. So what have you guys been doing for the last year? David, why don't you tell us what you've been working on and what's going on with you?
Artistically, I've been hosting a couple of shows here and there. I get commissioned to do projects, but for the most part, it's been family.
You've been focused on the family, right?
Yeah, that's been what it's been a lot of. So I haven't really been out gigging a lot, but I do come out, every now and then to do something. But I've been writing a lot, so.
So I'm going to share with you guys, because you weren't here an hour ago, but David's 2 kids, London and Maya, are in our audience today, and we were talking with them before the show, but also talking to Maya about the fact that when David is writing at his computer, she gets to sit on his lap. And I just thought that was a beautiful image of trying to incorporate these 2 sort of disparate environments. Like, parenting and artwork are really hard to mesh. Both of you guys are parents.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about the struggle to find time, and also, so we were talking before the show about, like, looking for inspiration and wanting to write more deeply than you have been in the past, and you just simply, like David, searching for the time to do it. Do you feel like what's the next step for you to try to carve out that time to do that? I mean, obviously they're going to get older, right? And
get rid of the babies. Get rid of the babies. All right.
And I still feel very creative, so
Good.
I think of projects I want to do.
Yeah.
But it's just finding the time to set it up and when because creating it is the easy part, really.
Yeah.
And then you have to sell it, you have to package it, you have to do all of these things to actually get it out there.
Yeah, it's marketing. In addition to finding a way to feed yourself, feed your family, make a living, have time to do fun things, enjoy time together, it's a lot. And it's a lot to handle. And just talking to the 2 of you guys about
Sorry, those are my kids.
That's okay. No,
Quiet.
it's fun.
Quiet.
It's good to have a live audience, right? It'll put a little more pressure on the performance. So, are you keeping like a list of all the things you want to work on, that when you start to find time, because that's the way that I sort of organize. I think I have 12 projects, and I'm just going to make a list of them, and I'm going to get to do one of these in the next 2 years, and that's the thing I'm going to work on. Are you doing that? Do you feel like you're making a big list of stuff to work on?
No, not really making a list, but I'll feel like I'll have a great idea.
Yeah.
And I'll fantasize about it for a few months, and then it's gone. So, sometimes I'll actually get to the place where I'll, see it through. Like I did a project called In Late Bloom, and I found a producer, Kevin Powell. I worked with him for a whole year. Like every week, we made it a point to meet and to create.
Yeah.
And, until we came up with something that we felt like, this is good, let's put it out, So I was able to get through that. That was an idea that I had in mind that I wanted to do. But after that, I wanted to work on another CD or do a show. We used to do like these spoken word plays. I wanted to do another one. I had ideas for that. And even, writing poetry books. And they just kind of fall through the cracks, over time. Because we had a book we wanted to do together for a long time, honoring who are the guys we wanted to honor?
That's okay.
That's bad.
Oh goodness. And we both got it.
That's right, you'll think of it in a minute.
Old age syndrome, I guess.
No, I think it's just like you're just trying to do what everyone is doing, except that you have an additional step as artists.
Harry Belafonte.
Harry Belafonte.
And,
yeah, that guy.
You'll think of it.
Quentin Tarantino.
No, it wasn't Quentin Tarantino.
I don't know. But that's how long it's been. Like, we've been
It's-
thinking of these ideas and they never really get to come to fruition.
Well, not to belabor the point, because I think that people who are watching are probably like, just let them perform. I read Sylvia Plath's journals, so if you're like feeling too happy and you need something really to sort of like bring you back down to earth, you should read Sylvia Plath's journals. But she talks a lot about the balance between like being a wife and also a mother, and then trying to find time to do her work, and how the work that we're doing, especially if you are a wordsmith, the English language is this malleable, amazing thing, but it's also being horribly butchered by the fact that it's like you read news articles now that nobody's bothered to proofread at all.
Yeah.
There's missing punctuation, the sentences don't make sense, and I just think like, who is writing this stuff? Where is our language going? Where's our actual communication? You can communicate without having good language. Obviously, human beings were made that way, but it's a beautiful, interesting language, and you guys are in the word craft, and it's got a. It's just,
we're also on the word craft scale of butchering language also.
that's right. No, it's very malleable to you. You're not butchering it; you're sculpting it. Okay, so
That's what Jim's not doing.
David is looking forward to carving out even more time to write. And Femi, what have you been doing for the last year?
I've been working on my beard. As you can see, it's coming in.
It's coming in really good.
It's like a 2:00 shadow. I'm at 5. I've been performing with an alternative hip hop rock band called the Out of Water Experience, which I am the front man for. I created the band. So I have a 7-piece band.
Yep.
From there, that's basically been a lot of my attention has been between that and fatherhood.
Yeah.
Of course, but booking shows, traveling, performing, rehearsals, come up with ideas of how to present the material, because a lot of times I feel like we have a good song, some artists will have a good song, but I look at performing as psychology. It's theater, it's psychology, and I love to be on stage. As a matter of fact, my life could suck. As a matter of fact, sometimes my life sucks. And those few moments I'm on stage, whether it's 15 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, are the greatest moments of my week.
Yeah.
When it comes to myself personally. And that's what makes that makes my week worth it.
I think of it as therapy. Like, I think that, I'm not afraid to admit that I have gone to see a therapist, but it's very expensive. And therapy, getting up and like performing, can be like a wonderful form of therapy, like a personal. It's cleansing, releasing of your information.
I call it. I purge. I vent. It's through the art. It's through being on stage. Sometimes I don't even have to perform. I'm asked to host an event. I just get on stage, and I call it the greatest escapism.
It is great escapism. And I think that's kind of like both a wonderful thing about having a human imagination, but also it's necessary to like survive the human condition.
Right.
If we didn't have imaginations, if we were given these powerful brains and then we didn't have imagination, can you imagine how rough it would be to deal with everything that's going on?
Exactly.
You're like, oh God. So I'm going to have Sean flash the website where you can find out about the Fifth L, because I really want to get to the performance. I'm so pleased to have these guys back in here. It's very meaningful to have them be my first return guests and to believe in this program as much as I do and as much as Sean and Dan do, to come back and spend their afternoon with us and share with you guys and with us their incredible artwork. So we're going to run the promo video for the Mobtown Moon Project, which I just want to let you know, we start work on 2015 starting next month. Sandy, if you're watching, yay, right?
Wow.
We're getting excited. So we'll start working on this project that we're hopefully going to do another show in 2015, which Femi and David will, of course, be a part of. I'm assuming. I didn't mean to assume. I hope you'll be free. You're definitely invited. We're going to run the promo video so you can watch a little bit of their performance at last year's show. While we do that, we're going to reset the stage, and Femi and David are going to perform old classics, maybe some new material as well. Yeah? It's going to be an interesting, exciting next 30 minutes, so please stick around.
Breathe in the air. Don't be afraid to care. And if the cloudburst, oh thunder, shout, and no one seems to hear. And if the violin starts playing different tunes, I'll see on the dark side of the moon. Evil day. Hit as for rise, no surprise, giving none away. Children, turn a dollar to a dime and a nickel if you find yourself in a pickle. Got enough of it? Get your name on the building, ain't got enough you. Resort to robbing and stealing, feeling my mood change when I got some pocket change. Lunatic, ha 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 ha. Oh, lunatic, lunatic, ha 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 ha. Lunatic, lunatic, ha 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 ha. Lunatic, lunatic, ha 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 ha.
Hi guys, welcome back. I'm so excited to present The Fifth L.
We are trapped, animals on a state farm. Lives reside inside the palms of a British gecko who will echo treason if you defy the all-state. Terrorism, something we all hate until it's your face that grace the front page of this digital age, where crooks get e-booked by microprocessing. They respond to my DNA with the A-N-D. Chicka, and what taken? Personal violation, attack from our nation. You are not free. What you're experiencing is a free sensation. Like 5 factions must maintain that vibe to maintain control. Invasion of the body snatchers, but you can't take my soul. I fold 5 fingers to a fist, raise it to resist, and still rocking an American flag for my great granddad, yeah. Pretend to be progressive, and you're safe. Or at the end of your term. A flu shot is not the end of the germ. Oh, how they worm slick messages into our hearts and turn on the charm. Exactly. A distraction if you ask me. An accurate tracking device. GPS made you a star. Don't know where you're going, but everywhere you go, NSA knows where you are. Repo your car by satellite, right? Facebook your page, come get you while you're at the bar chilling, interrogate everybody you list as a sibling, status revealing your deepest thoughts, feelings, thinking if you brinking or disaster or in a happy mood, everything you consume, posting photos of your prepared food where your kids go to school, we even know the progress of your relationship too. It might be complicated for you, but in this World Wide Web, it's quite elemental. Gain your trust, willingly you give up all your rights just to feel like it made your life simple. Safe. What's the combination to your faith? Password, upgrade the paradox, hand out security blankets filled with smallpox, 401ks and anthrax, reverse mortgage creditors wait in the annex with bayonets to ambush, Barack in the barracks, George in the bush, stamp a number on your infant's foot soon as the doctor says push. You see, Reagan was the haven, Hoover on your phone, MLK was in the way, so they sent my man home. Have you ever seen what happens when a king is dethroned? Conspiracy? Maybe. Operation Protect Liberty Lady. If it all falls down, she wanna come and get her baby, man. We've come a long way since the 80s. Oh my, habeas corpus. Surrendering to the eye on the dollar, how these corporations bought us. iTunes consume, got us bopping to the chorus while blind to the circus to keep your eye off your purpose. And I know you heard this all before, but never like this. This means war.
Longitude 97 degrees 00 west. Latitude 38 degrees 00 north. Continent North America. Alias United States of America. Zoom in.
New York City, Statue of Liberty.
Zoom in. Washington, D.C., the Golden Gate Bridge. Zoom in.
Alcatraz, Columbine, Timothy McVeigh.
Zoom in. Hurricane Katrina, Amadou Diallo. The Challenger going down in flames. Where is my America today?
From a distance, blue and green, amber waves, shining seas, mechanical eyes blink at the city
of immigrants, building borders to keep out immigrants. My America is a flag planted claiming the new land that already had inhabitants. It's celebrities on the red carpet for your entertainment to keep you distracted.
By Kardashian-sized thighs, Photoshop pictures to say or not to say the word nigga. Super Bowls, oil prices, smart devices. My America is world class and I'm stuck in the middle between Kennedy and Grant. Half dollars and half days, bailouts, minimum wage, crumbs raining on my head from a table too tall.
Where there's a silencer on a murder. Muffled sounds from beneath the ground from the corpse of martyrs.
Hey, yo.
Shh, can you hear them now? Every whisper echoes till it's deafening loud.
Front page,
center stage,
acting up and crying out on screams.
My America ain't all it seems.
Red, white, and blue, 3 cops to a car, loaded up, cruising MLK Boulevard.
This is pop culture. Pepsi versus Coca-Cola. An apple pie with a penis inside. Screwing with you. This is overcoming adversities, uncovering the world's greatest marketing scheme with infinite possibilities.
Like my father's shotgun,
22,
44,
Desert Eagle,
power to the people. We equal the X factor. Life is made up of pre and post disasters.
Who you
are depends on who you become after.
We are pride in need of a vaccine. An apology
you don't mean.
Sarcasm to cover up racism because ain't no place like capitalism, baby. We are patients that can't afford to wait for nothing like enhancement drugs made for good loving.
The sweet click of a kiss, a gloved fist, cuffed wrist, cattle whip, the earth's envy, it is Tetris. We all just want to fit in and push the envelope to deliver one message.
This is vanity at its best. The circus ringmaster represent the 1%. The privileged believe in unfair systems only when it benefits, while the rest occupy all streets and protest when there's poverty in the land of milk and honey. I can't lie. Like a politician in debate.
Read my lips.
Media's propaganda, so we stay afraid. With freedom and captivity.
The booming prison industry.
Populated by minorities as the majority. Proof of cultural diversity.
America is Ruby Glover and Lucille Clifton, August Wilson, B. Gaddy, the standard for service. My granddaddy, Native American, Quaker Catholic. My America has a political left and a hard right hook, held on even tighter when 9/11 shook a sword to the core. Still stood tall, though it changed our look. Here we are, a dragnet of social networks. Don't speak, just emote. Digital intimacy with the poke. We've become a web of wired connections, powered by second-class citizens. Listen, my America is January the 1st, 1863.
Emancipation.
November 11th, 1963.
Assassination.
April 4th, 68.
Sacrifice.
January 20th, 2009. The bright side. My America's in progress, and that's all I can say.
So where is my America today? It's in various languages,
numerous cultures,
alternate realities, and even in your email spam, depending on how far above the earth you can stand. Because from a bird's eye view, it's just one beautiful piece of land. Obsessive festering, I'm always in my head, singing the blues when all I see is red. Heart frozen, blood flow, stop dead. My soul can't find peace, even in rest. With an expiration date, I'm set to resurrect. So I rise like the sun when the moon sets. Don't give me no flowers upon my death. I want to be alive on stage with my hologram instead. Singing these songs lift the weight off my chest. Even with no voice, I exhaust every breath. Left with nothing but whispers to project. Blasting my last words, C4 explosive. The people listening become officially deaf. My scattered remains spells out everything I said. And if you're blind with closed minds, feel me. I'm braille for the visionary, illiterate, cause No one lives forever, we everlasting throughout time. Bear my soul whenever, sacrifice me through my rhymes. These songs are my confessions, bring us all back to life. Music is forever, we suicide, immortals, we cannot die. I write to purge and vomit good times. Spit peel off layers, can't find my lost mind. Victimized, vandalized, and left to die. And I'm still alive, hey yo, it's all by design. That's why I protect and hide my precious heart. Gamble it all just to risk my art. Recklessly I tear myself apart, then reassemble body parts, all alone and in the dark. Install a glimmer of hope that shines from afar. Beyond the agonizing of wars and scars, put a smile on a face that twinkles like a star that was forged in a rave. I spawn from a rage. I'm chaos loving, diving off the stage into a crowd that's doing the wave. This is how I know I'm in the right place in front of you. A microphone rocking while the band plays, cause no one lives forever. We everlasting throughout time. Bear my soul whenever, sacrifice me through my rhymes. These songs are my confessions, bring us all back to life. I said music is forever, we suicide, immortals, we cannot die.
I thought museums were for the dead. I thought I was too young to be a relic. And yet markings of my thoughts are engraved upon the infrastructure of Baltimorean landscapes. My voice archived on invisible digital audio material. My mother stared at me with love so hard, left the image of her face impressed upon mine, causing those who knew her to stop and say, "Hey, you Jackie's boy, ain't you?" And now I look in the mirror and I see her every day and I ask myself, what will they remember when I'm gone? My birth date or my death date? Milestones or my mistakes? What will they remember, my birth date or my death date? Milestones or my mistakes? I thought museums were for the dead. I thought I was too young to be a relic. And yet markings of my thoughts are engraved upon the infrastructure of Baltimorean landscapes. My voice archived on invisible digital audio material. My mother stared at me with love so hard, left the image of her face impressed upon mine, causing those who knew her to stop and say, "Hey, you Jackie's boy, ain't you?" And now I look in the mirror and I see her every day and I ask myself, what will they remember when I'm gone? My birth date or my death date? Milestones or my mistakes? How would I... Will y'all remember these mistakes? I don't know.
It's all part of it.
This is the second time we did this on your show.
I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah, so we're going to jump into another piece. For whatever reason, it's not there. So, cool. Yeah.
The voices in my head killed Jiminy Cricket. My consciousness is dead. Next, the horse's head that lays on my bed. Rants like the crazy old man on the bench. Sounds like Lupe's words I never said. The 10 Commandments, message from Muhammad, and Buddhist monks, they all God sent. Listening to an atheist repent, life full of regrets, the buzz from alcoholic, intoxicated, cause we run from spirits only to drink it, a bone blast, the sound of raining kids. A silence witness says a lot deceased, violence makes for quiet before they can speak, leaving a do not disturb sign hanging on the casket. Rest in peace, even though while you lived, you made a lot of noise and said absolutely nothing. All I hear is static, it's white noise. Chalkboard scratches, it's white noise. Elevator music, it's white noise. Radio being passive, it's white noise. We tend to lose our voice, it's white noise. Only fools rejoice, it's white noise. You can't hear a thing, you can't hear anything with all this My t-shirt used to read, do you listen to the lyrics? But I'm not feeling it and I'm illiterate. We only care when the bass hits, nothing being said. Look what we did. Show me some naked chicks who tongue kiss. Cause real life is too real. We'd rather be distracted and fall into a deep bliss. Oblivious to the sounds of injustice. Except when it's just us. We selfish. Who EP warned us when the crack hits. And still became addicted. Our own advice, we can't take it. Seeing self-destruction in the distance. A deaf ear echoes in empty heads. We lost like the car stereo is too loud and we have to turn it down just to find ourselves, cause all I hear is static. It's white noise, chalkboard scratches, it's white noise, elevator music, it's white noise, radio being passive, it's white noise. We tend to lose our voice. Only fools rejoice. You can't hear a thing, you can't hear anything with all this. Media propaganda is white noise. That's where the drums come in. All those rumors is white noise, and the piano and guitar. Politics, how about politics, is white noise. Baltimore City public school system is white noise. Lost boys get high off of pixie dust, never really fly, never land, head always in the sky, hit the ground and die. Parents seem to cry, never look inside, believing all these lies. The truth is on trial with no alibi. Innocence is a crime, so why ask why? No biggie though, the truth is ready to die because the truth hurts when it's properly applied, cause all I hear is static. It's white noise, chalkboard scratches, it's white noise, elevator music, it's white noise, radio being passive, it's white noise. We tend to lose our voice. Only fools rejoice. You can't hear a thing, you can't hear anything with all this white noise.
All right, boom. I got it, I think. So let's try it again this time.
The return.
The return. So where did I leave off? So I'll start at the top. Let's see. So I thought museums were for the dead. I thought I was too young to be a relic, and yet markings of my thoughts are engraved upon the infrastructure of Baltimorean landscapes. My voice archived on invisible digital audio material. My mother stared at me with love so hard, left an image of her face impressed upon mine, causing those who knew her to stop and say, hey, you Jackie's boy, ain't you? And now I look in the mirror and I see her every day and I ask myself, what will they remember when I'm gone? My birth dates or my death dates? Milestones or my mistakes? The way I lived will determine how you celebrate me, like Martin King or Chris Wallace. Both optimists, orators, orchestrators, wielding dialects that drew haters, say the one spoke life, the other death. Now breathe. Breath is the hidden hand of the two-edged sword. Believe that, indeed. These vocal cords are sharp. See, anything fake will fall flat. B, in the beginning of the word, and in was the word, and in an end, a book with record of every word you ever spoke. Now that's that. G, now peep how deep that is. How a soul decision can spark a soul's division. Imagine that. Butterfly effect. Spoken word softly spooling through the cracks in the air. Now check how butterflies connect. A butterfly once fluttered by and asked, what was you born for? To be tattered and torn more? Was it a poem that gave you a name, or is it you who people are drawn to rather than some words you arrange? Strange how a lifetime legacy of good deeds can change in one instant. Lack of discipline, giving in to your lower conscience, the venom in human nature. The act upon it is the carnage. We harness power and responsibility. That's what makes us amazing, man. But oh, what a tangled web we weave once you become prisoner to what you achieve. What was you born for? When no one came to the baby shower. Instead, they all sent your mother dead flowers, tied balloons at your funeral, and danced all day to songs that you hated in your cubicle. Why live a life so ugly when you were made so beautiful? I wonder, when I die, what would you celebrate for me? My birth date or the day of my death? The depth of my heart or the weight of my breath? Will my children rejoice at my wake or be overwhelmed with grief at my rest? When I die, if you should decide to celebrate me, I hope you remember my birthday for the good man I tried to be. We made it.
That's our last. That's gonna be our last piece.
Yeah, I want to say thanks.
You want to take the mic off the stand?
Okay.
This is their last piece, which makes me very down in the mouth. I'm very sad about it. Thank you so much to Femi the Dry Fish, David Ross of the Fifth L. They're going to continue working, right? They're awesome. Let's give them a round of applause. They're going to do one more piece. They're going to keep working for this next year. We're all going to keep working to try to bring you the best possible art in the Baltimore music scene. So please check them out individually. Support them when you can. Go to a show. We all need your support. We thank you for your support. And I'm so pleased to have had them back. My first return guest. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy the last piece.
Can we take the mic off? Can we take the mic so the mic's in?
Absolutely, do it.
Yeah, so this last piece is very, I guess it goes in line with something that ourselves and Ellen talk about all the time. And it's about trying to keep your feet on the ground, or I guess when being an artist, balancing between reality and your dreams and everything you want to accomplish and those things that hold you back, prohibiting you from doing that. So here we go.
Normally, this is done with a full band and a vocalist. In real life, I can't
So they're
sing.
creative people. They know.
Okay,
They have bands in their minds. The drums go here. Here's the horn section.
And this is the solo 20-minute triangle. I feel like I'm going crazy. Love me or hate me. Who's gonna save me from myself? When it feels like there's no one else. When it feels like there's no one left. I keep my feet on the ground. On the ground. On the ground. On the ground. Cause I'm happy now, but I'm crashing down. Who's gonna save me from myself?
I keep my feet on the
I'm
ground.
frustrated. Just leave me alone. I don't want to hear feedback from the microphone. See, dreams are made for the sleep and for drones. So I lay back, let the vultures pick out my bones. Let him without sin cast the first stone. I rock it, love a flow, voice explodes. So when I lose control, my feet walks on souls. Where words can't go, only emotions know. Somewhere as dark as cold, the abyss down below tries to swallow me under beyond the hunger. Got me wishing for a fistful of dollars. But why bother when we'll all turn asunder? Chip on the shoulder turns into mountain boulders. Yo, this world is more colder than hell frozen over. So I speak to all soldiers when I say struggle makes the heart pump strong. I feel like I'm going crazy. Love me or hate me. Sometimes I feel like I'm by myself. When it feels like there's no one else. When it feels like there's no one left. I keep my feet on the ground. On the ground. On the ground. On the ground, cause I'm happy now, but I'm crashing down. Who's gonna save me from myself? I keep my feet on the ground.
Tiptoe, intro, weightless when I'm in my zone. Top of the world, we're on that stage. Average Joe when I get back home. Babies, bills, valleys, hills, cracker brew, pop a pill. Ladies love me like Cool James, but my wife, not that thrill. She don't really care unless this hip hop man mix a meal. Dreaming all your effing life like grow up. You at it still, damn gravity. Pulling at me, imaginaries swinging heavy. Feel like the whole world is laughing at me. If I gotta go down, but I believe I'm going happy. Hear me shoot the moon, blot the sun, hold the stars hostage till the cops come feel me. Nobody move, nobody heard. I'm taking the constellation with me back to the underground. Call this heaven's dirt.
I'm going crazy. Can't let your phase, man. Sometimes I feel like I'm by myself. Yeah,
welcome all visitors to the Earth's core. Signing off, sincerely yours, the Grand Inquisitor.
I'm going crazy. Can't let your. Sometimes I feel like I'm by myself. When it feels like there's no one else. When it feels like there's no one left. I keep my feet on the ground. On the ground, y'all. On the ground. On the ground, yeah. Cause I'm happy now, but I'm crashing down. Who's gonna save me from myself?
I keep my feet on the ground.
Plant feet where the earth of my soul meets. I exist at the dead end of a two-way street. Standing at the crossroads split, using the fork in the road to eat. As a kid, I was always cryptic toxic, wishing I was dead. Kept a sketchbook full of chaos, demons, and death. People now say, yo, Fish, you so positive. I'm still trying to get a negative off my chest. Like when cancer removes Sylvia's breast. I can't move past my past to move forward. See, hate feeling lonely, but don't want anyone bothering me. My misery brings company willingly. I'm pretty ugly with Dorian Gray's head, self-imposed punishment, destined to come in conflict with my own fate. So I cry on the inside, drown the pool of my sorrows, while still keeping a vicious smile on my face. Like, hey, I feel like I'm going crazy. Love me or hate me. Sometimes I feel like I'm by myself. When it feels like there's no one else. When it feels like there's no one left. I keep my feet on the ground. On the ground, y'all. On the ground. On the ground. Cause I'm happy now, but I'm crashing down. Who's gonna save me from myself? I keep my feet on the ground.
They try to underrate me, wanna overtake me, wanna be just like me, but cannot duplicate me. If you wanna hate me, then go ahead and hate me. One day you'll appreciate me, and that's word to my baby. But don't get mad and degrade me when my feet starts inflating. You compensate me tough too, sick of waiting, complicating, entertaining, plus you subtract rap. Mistake me for backpack, own mine, ass cap, exposure, past that, well developed, still intact, photo finish, last lap, picture that, still a Mac, poets ink black, like Jason Reynolds rap, you like that, rewind that, prototype dope track. 10 years, 5 brothers, 3 kids, 1 L, we is pioneers, we've grown, sown so many seeds, dandelions who leave, minds blown, the unknown, here forever, 5th L, forever. Thank y'all very much.
Thank you very much.
Some collect coins, some collect debt. Some like to save, some like to bet. Some jump their dreams and bounce bad checks, or burn it, turn it to a million. Scholarships for children. Make $1 from a dime and a nickel if you find yourself in a pickle. Got enough of it? Get your name on the building, ain't got enough. You resort to robbing and stealing, feeling my mood change when I got some pocket change. Extend my fuel range and wood grain, alleviate pain. Crack a nest egg, relieve hunger pain, strange. How numbers printed on paper can change things like your life. Upgrade, modern home, model-esque wife, modeling the American dream. Must be nice.
Must be nice. Must be nice, yeah. Addicts to greed, gluttony becomes habit. Net worth measures self-worth or damaged marriage. You don't use money, money uses you. Poverty hurts so bad you start to bruise financial abuse. The poor always ache for drugs and booze, but never any food, and still gotta pay dues. Loose change never adds up to make cents or dollars. Real wealth is old money, cash flow like running water. The worst kind of curse, inherit poverty before birth at the cost of lives. So crime is mostly nickels and dimes, and the underworld is one big credit line backed by empty gold mines this entire time. So why even bother? Balancing the budget on a deficit is like walking with no rope on a high wire. Funds insufficient, we've been spending IOUs legit, so every bill printed is legally counterfeit.